Hey everyone, welcome back to Dinner and Discussions. Sorry, really, that we have been on a hiatus. Now, some people might not care. Actually, no one might care. But I kind of lied and failed at my commitment to you guys of doing these weekly. Shortly after our last video, Gabe and I recorded one last video. After family vacations, I believe was the theme, and it was about children. Lo and behold, like a week later, Gabe and I found out we were pregnant, and we didn't like the children video in general, just because it ended up just being like just the way we were talking about dinner and discussion, like not the topic itself, but like the structure. We didn't want to post that video, so we didn't, and we're like, oh, next week we're gonna do a new video. No biggie. Like we filmed so many, we'll be okay. And then I got pregnant, or I shouldn't say got pregnant. I found out I was pregnant, and that happened after me like falling asleep randomly, because the tiredness was just out of this world. And so this has been the first week. We are now several weeks later.
I swear we did one since like that children video, but
did we? I don't think we did.
I thought we did.
Checking the facts.
Gabe's looking at the past ones, but I think the children video was our last one. But either way, this is my first week that I felt very good about energy-wise. Apparently we did roommates video, so there's one more video after family
I
planning.
think you talked about us not doing the children one in the roommates.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm just a parrot repeating myself because I can't remember.
I feel like we told them already.
But welcome back. Gabe and I hope to do this again. My energy level all over the place. So yeah, give us grace, I guess, would be appreciated. Tonight's dinner is, do you want to explain or do you want me to explain?
You can explain since you made it today.
Okay. So in conjunction with pregnancy, Gabe and I are doing, it's mostly me, but Gabe's a part of the family, so I'm just lumping him in. But I got this cookbook that essentially gives me recipes for every week for the baby, like the size of the baby. So week 8, your baby is the size of a blueberry. And so it gives me blueberry recipes. And so we started the cookbook because, again, I had every intention of starting this when I was week 8, but I got tired.
Very tired.
So it didn't happen. So now I'm almost week 11. Heck, almost week 12, actually. I think I might have lied in the other video. I think I'm almost week 12. I don't know what week I am. Somewhere. I do know, but like not off the top of my head.
Well, it makes sense though, because your energy is starting to come back, so you're starting to increase.
I'm getting closer to my second trimester.
So your energy is starting to like slowly ramp back up.
It's coming back for me, which is appreciated, because someone who's type A has been struggling with a lack of energy. But either way, back to topic. Week 8 cookbook tonight. I got the energy to do that video, and I was like, perfect, we'll do it with dinner and discussion because it's Friday. So this really appetizing looking plate is a Chipotle blueberry chicken, and it suggested we pair it with rice and broccoli. So that's what we did. So this meal could either be really yummy, really gross, or somewhere in between.
So if you pause and then all of a sudden you see us eating some type of fast food or other meal, don't be alarmed.
Yeah, mind your business.
Mind your business. Mind your business.
That's your business. We really much are going at the whim of the stomach right now. Whatever can keep the nausea at bay is what we've been doing. So we'll see what happens. But as I was talking, Gabriel picked a topic. So what are we discussing? Oh, it's a secret.
If you hear barking or anything like that, we are filming this during Halloween. And so because we cannot answer the door, we have a bowl for all the trick-or-treaters, but then Gizmo is not allowed to greet the trick-or-treaters. And so there might be some noise, doorbell ringing, dogs are barking. It is what it is.
That's true.
Did you do more than one of these? It says Gabe's choice. I don't know if this ever ended up back
No, because you would have seen it in that pile. He's trying to get out of it. I might
Well,
have
no,
put,
but
I might
I was
have put
like,
two.
if there is, I was like, it's amazing somehow that I picked both of mine.
Yourself twice. I told you were obsessed with yourself this morning.
Oh gosh.
I told him. He didn't believe me. He did not believe me. All right, I know the broccoli tastes good, so.
No, yeah. It's the second Gabe's choice. That's why I am not obsessed with it, so far from it. All right, my choice.
He really isn't, but I like to lie to him and tell him he is.
My choice. We'll stick on theme. My choice will be all things like Halloween. So like Halloween, from like things you do during like October to like making lanterns to haunted houses to watching movies to trick-or-treating to costumes to costume parties. You know, Halloween evolves for people as they get older, and circle back to trick-or-treating, which it seems like for everyone.
Oh my god, I feel like we could talk for 7 years about this topic.
So yeah, we'll see what the topic is. Lex is eating one. How's it taste? Whoa, that looks
Tastes delicious, I will say.
like something with spice.
But I was worried about this recipe because I am a sissy when it comes to spice, and the peppers are spicing. Not only, so it called for 2 chipotle peppers, so I did that. And then it called for a cup of blueberries. I did more than a cup. And it called for only a tablespoon of honey. I did more honey. I did 2 tablespoons to try to sweeten this, because I knew it was going to be a compounding heat. First bite tastes delicious. At least I think it's delicious. Gabe's face does not tell me he thinks it's delicious.
I'm ready for the spice.
You could pretend. You just could pretend.
So
I'm over here talking about how I think it's a 5-alarm fire, and you're like,
that's what I'm saying. Like there's spices that sneak up on you.
That's
See,
good.
Something's dancing on my tongue right now, but it's not,
Yeah, see, I don't like the dance on the tongue. Nothing needs to dance there.
Anyway, Halloween. I would say like Halloween definitely is. I always laugh when we tell people Halloween in the Midwest is a special kind of fun, because it's not special, but like with it being cold, like it could potentially be colder, but like much colder by the time we went trick-or-treating back up north where we came from. To a point where like, remember some Halloweens like it almost started snowing, or there was like almost snow on the ground already, which is crazy. But it was a shame because you get your costumes, but then when you go trick-or-treating, you're in your giant coats. And so like it's just people in coats going to trick-or-treating. Like you would see people's costumes like underneath, or like some people's costumes you would not see them at all. And I remember being cold. Like, so some Halloweens were like that, which I always laugh because like you spend so long trying to get your costume put together, you're like get stuff together, and you can't even show it off for your main reason. But at least remember when I growing up, high school had like a trick-or-treating like kind of thing, like an event every year. So like the younger kids would go to this, and there'd be like a bunch of games, be like a tiny carnival, a little fest, and then the older kids, like the middle school kids, would be in charge of the games and the events and like running stuff. So it was a student on student like activity,
Fun.
So we did that. So I remember Halloween. I didn't go to haunted houses until I was in high school, and we can go more into that. And then always loved watching Halloween movies. My family's big Tim Burton, kind of all those kind of movies, the Johnny Depps, all the spookies. Me and my sister would be watching The Exorcist when she was in elementary school. So like we've always been into the horror movies, and so I've always enjoyed them. Sometimes even the ones that are just so bad that you laugh at them, like the really cheaply made scary movies. But no, Halloween I think is just this fun holiday and fun month, because it's kind of, it's like in a sense like Christmas, you have an entire month. Halloween is very similar, where you have an entire month dedicated to the spooky and to the fun. And I think I like Halloween because, like I just said right in the last few minutes, there's such a spectrum and such a wide range for things when it comes to Halloween that like literally all ages could enjoy it to some degree and like have some kind of fun with it. To people who are terrified, to people who love the creepy and the crawly and the gory and the bloody.
Yeah.
But what do you think of Halloween.
It's so funny that our brains went the same place, because I definitely started off thinking about how, like, one thing that was like a little, I would say, disappointing in Texas is like, at least as being homeowners. So like our first year of being a homeowner, the number one thing I was excited for was trick-or-treaters, because I grew up in a tiny town of 1,500 people. So trick-or-treating for us was like a huge thing. Like we could almost walk the entire town the night of Halloween, because it was like that small of a town. And so like and for the most part, like once I got to a certain age, my mom was really hands off. So like it was really just me, my sister, and my cousin trick-or-treating through the whole town. And like our mom lived on one side and my grandma lived on the other side of the town. So like we would like check in at my grandma's and like then make it back. But it was such a huge thing. And like Gabe said, you never really got to go all out with your costumes, because the costumes were like not skimpy in terms of like less clothing, but their like material was not durable. Like it was
You can't be outside at night.
Yeah, it was a cheap costume. And it was cold, like in Wisconsin, where I'm from, like, and like Gabe said, in Illinois where he's from, but it would be like snowing or like 50s. And so I have the hiccups, so like if I get interrupted, I just feel it. But you wore your coat, so it was really your coat, and then you have to like show your costume.
What are you supposed to be?
Which brings me to my next point after I finish this sentence. And I was excited for Texas because Texas is 75. It's 70s, sometimes even 80s. So like it's not cold here. So we get to actually see children's costumes, because it's like they don't need coats because it's a good temperature. However, no one goes trick-or-treating, or maybe it's our neighborhood. Maybe it's our neighborhood. And we're just kind of further removed out, and we are in a subdivision. But I remember my first year, we went full-size candy bars. I was so excited.
We were like outside waiting for them.
Yeah, I sat outside with my cute, I think I wore a costume, but it was like an adult costume, like cat ears, like not full get up. And like my sister was living with us at the time, and I was so excited to hand out, and I think I saw 6 kids.
Yeah, I think the whole like giving kids just like 2 or 3.
Yeah, the whole like 3 hours. It was just 6 kids, and 3 of them lived on our street. So I was just like, I was so disappointed. So this year, and like Gizmo's really reactive to noises and children. So like this year and last year, we literally just put a candy bowl out with the light on, and we're like, hey, take as much as you want. I think we had last year one kid like emptied the whole bin into his bag. Didn't even care. I was like, just don't steal my bowl. That's all I care about, because it's a cute black cat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, don't steal my bowl. You can have as much candy as you want. We have a whole other half of the candy, because I went to Costco this year. Spent way too much money against Gabe's wishes on this candy that he's been eating the most of.
I'm at home working.
So crazy. Yeah. He's welcome. but so it's just like, we'll refill it halfway through, and the candy will likely be gone. And that's just been Halloween for us. And that's a little sad. I think as homeowners, I would say that part's a little sad, because, and actually I think there is a little bit more activity this year already. I'm kind of hearing a little bit more activity, which is kind of cool. Because like if it is a little bit more activity, I don't know.
I'm laughing because I told Lex earlier, the kids will go up there, and the parents are waiting at the end of the street, like under the driveway, and we have our sign up there, and so like I can hear them like trying to read it and like read it out loud and understand what it means, and like they're shouting it back to their parents or shouting it to the other kids. So like I can hear little voices like slowing, like picking up pace of reading.
Yeah, it literally just says take as much as you want, but don't steal the bowl. That's all it says. But so I would say that's like the disappointment. It's just not as many kids, but maybe people are populating more, so maybe the kids are coming, and we just have to be patient. So that could be a thing. But that leads me to the second note, which is my biggest thing I wanted to mention in this topic when Gabe mentioned it. Stop gatekeeping candy. That's my biggest thing. And Gabe's looking at me confused. But because I grew up in a small town, and we trick-or-treated like religiously, like there were those people that were like, I will not give you candy unless you say trick or treat. I will not give you candy unless you wear a costume. I will not give you candy if you're over the age of 10. Like, bitches, stop. Just stop. Like if a 17-year-old boy comes up, a 17-year-old girl, heck, 22-year-old boy, I don't literally give a crap. If they come up and they want candy and this is what they're doing with their Halloween evening, take it as a blessing. They could be out partying. They could be out doing drugs. They could be, run away from home. I don't know what the situation is, but it could be worse. Just give them candy. Same thing, like there are nonverbal kids. There are shy kids. There are some parents that can't afford costumes, but maybe they can afford like a nice t-shirt. Like, it's not that deep, guys. It's not that deep.
Just people getting candy.
Just give them candy. Like they're kids or they're people. Honestly, like Gabe said, he's been eating half the candy bowl. Like he's a full-grown adult. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hate on you, but I just
It felt
fitting. But either way, like it's just those people that are like, I'm not going to give candy unless X, Y, and Z. Then don't give candy at all. Turn your light off. Go out for the night. I don't know what to tell you, but like, if you find joy out of like essentially like challenging children in order for them to get a 10-cent piece of candy, because honestly, when you break down the bag, that's how much each candy costs. Like, find something else. Find like a different hobby, because I just like, it's just getting like crazy out here in these streets, the amount of like policing people want to do in other people's lives. And this holiday on its surface is just meant to be fun. Like Gabe said, it's meant to be enjoyed on all ages. Like it really is a family friendly holiday. Like you can take it as low key, like Charlie Brown's, like I'm thinking of the Thanksgiving thing, but like I think Charlie Brown might have a holiday special.
Pumpkin patch or something.
Either way, like you can take it as kid movie. I mean, that's what we've been doing in this house. Unfortunately for Gabe, he married a wuss. I'm the biggest scaredy cat known to man. I don't even like the dark. Like, and I'll say that straight up. I don't even care. They are not my jam. I watched it at way too young of an age. I don't like scary things. I think life is scary enough. We don't.
I just gotta pull up my phone. It's a horror movie.
We don't need more scary. So like, I like the light stuff. Like Gabe and I just finished watching Hotel Transylvania. Like that shit's animated. So like the poor dude watched 19 Halloween movies with me, and the scariest movie is Hocus Pocus with Billy, or Coraline, which is what we're watching tonight, because Coraline psychologically kind of messes with you a little bit. So like, but you could also go as crazy as like my best friend Rachel, or our friend Rachel. She goes to Halloween Horror Nights at Universal like every September or October. And she just likes to get scared for fun, like in haunted houses. And like Gabe will watch horror movies on his own time. Like, so like Gabe said, it's really anybody can do anything they want. Mm-hmm. And you really should mind your own business on what other people are doing.
I will say, since we're on a little more powder takes, I want to take it, and that's a good segue. She brings up the haunted and the scaring thing. When you go to haunted houses, hot take, and you're one of the actors, you should very much be able to like gauge pretty quick of like who's the one that's like petrified, like scared, like they're there to have a good time, and the people who are like mortally terrified, like they were forced to be. They were the ones that got dragged. They didn't want to get left behind with their friends. You know what I mean? Like they didn't want to sit in the car. They want to hang out, but like they're on like the edge of like an anxiety or like a heart attack. Like, do not target. I mean, it may be funny for them to do it, but like,
it's rude.
As the people who were there with them, I've been with people who would like have anxiety attacks or like get great, like, and then we have to like find a way to get out of it. The actors would have to stop. Like, it gets scary because like they're not used to be like someone who doesn't watch that stuff or not around that. You know what I mean? Like jump scares alone. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, anyone you jump on someone, you're cueing fight or flight.
You're peeing.
And those people that do it are lucky that people are queuing flights, because I've heard stories of people who queue the fights and will get random punches, random kicks, random just like aggression because you're scaring the wrong person. You know what I mean? Like, scare, you know what I mean? Like maybe scare them from a distance, you know, as you're walking through, or you're in a corner doing something creepy, weird. Okay, that's fine. But like, if you're going to a regular haunted house when like, and you're going like the extra, like I always can tell people go extra is when like they'll like follow you through the house. Like there's some actors who are like not designated to a room, and so they'll just like hang out the entire time. Or like there's always the ones where like at the end they do the chainsaw without the actual blades on it. They just have it running.
Doesn't matter if the chainsaw.
They chase you like you're a corn maze. But then there's some
chasing you through a corn maze, you get lost.
well, like it's like a corn maze, like haunted thing. Oh yeah, those are scary because they can just go.
Like I said, sis, I sat that shit out.
That's my hot take. But like some haunted houses, like there's ones where they can touch you and can grab you. Those are wild. Those are insane. So, but that's what I mean. Again, like there's such a spectrum of like what people want to do. But like my take would definitely be like understanding, especially if you see a kid in there and it's their first time. I remember when I went to my first haunted house, I was still like 9 or 8, and I was like petrified. I was like, oh my God, this is terrifying. Like I've only seen stuff like this in the movies. Like there's actual people getting close. Like it's so dark in here. Like I don't know where I'm going. I'm also still short. So like tall people are just scary still. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God, it's like an angry clown. He's like 6'8". He's really like 5'11", but I was like 4'3". So
that's like the hard thing with kids is like I'm kind of like it's kind of like with you, like you're not a big vegetable person sometimes, but we gotta teach the kids to like vegetables anyways. Like that, we gotta do that with scary stuff with me. Like we gotta somehow make our kid not scared of things.
We gotta like transition.
But I'm still gonna be scared.
There's a level. I think like you're mentioning transitioning. Like you go to like say you like Hotel Transylvania. A transition to that is like Gremlins. You know what I mean? Like Gremlins is like kind of a goofy, scary movie. You know what I mean? Like there's old 80s, like can't be scary, and then like the next steps like, oh, you think that's cool? You know what I mean? Like, and you kind of like put their water, like tap it, because then you might have one kid who's like, I'm good. I'll stop right there. That's my limit. But then you have kids who are like my sister and was like Conjuring, Insidious, Exorcist. You know what I mean? Like they'll just keep writing it. But eventually, you know what I mean? Like once you get, and I've gotten to that point. I'll watch any horror movie, but then a point you're like, you can't really be scared as much anymore because you're like, I mean, it's creepy and it gets your heart racing, and a jump scare will get you no matter what age you are, what movies you've seen. But like, I think you get to a point where you're like, at least I have. Like if a new horror movies come out, I'm like, that's why I like psychological ones more, where they're like, mess with your head, like the Get Outs or like the Us. You know what I mean? Like those movies where it's like, oh, that plays with your head. Like that makes you think. That sticks with you. You know what I mean? Not where it's like, oh, there's a demon, there's some ghost that's haunting us. There's some monster.
I don't know. I could even argue that Scream is like a psychological thriller.
What's your favorite scary movie?
I mean, real life, for real. Like someone could just spend like 15 years hating you, and then one day put on a mask and start stabbing all your friends. I mean, I watch Criminal Minds.
Yeah, see, that stuff's like a little scary because I was like, that looks like it came out straight out of the news.
See, my brain tells myself that I'm preparing. Like if I see the simulations, I'm willing to. I can coordinate an attack, like plan of attack. But like the paranormal,
can't do anything about a ghost.
That shit's real, and there's nothing you can do about it.
No, they're friendly.
They pass on if they're friendly.
Not always.
They don't stay here.
Haunted Mansion is a great example. All those ghosts that are in the new one, majority of those were just like nice ghosts, and they just ended up just hanging out of the house, right?
Okay, they weren't hanging out. They were trapped.
Well, yeah, they were trapped by the half-past ghosts.
1, 2, and I think you're forgetting half of them were hostile.
That's out of 1,000 souls. That's some good odd numbers. So most ghosts are pretty bad, I think. I don't know. Let's just know in the comments.
If you have one person trying to kill you and one person being nice, you still have one person trying to kill you.
True.
I don't think, like, it's not like the nice person is then protecting you from the killer.
Yeah,
they're just not. Like, they're just not killing you.
Dang, my homie really getting haunted.
Yeah. They're not. It's not like they're neutral at that point. They're actually not even nice. They're neutral because they're just not also killing you. That was so bold of me to be like, the people in Haunted Mansion.
There was a lot of ghosts that were nice. In both of them. Well, it's the first
I think
one
in
really
the
had,
first
like,
one with
5
Eddie
ghost
Murphy
snacks.
those people were more like, they were stuck, but they weren't causing any harm.
Well, yeah, it was just a butler.
But I distinctly remember the bride that offed 7 husbands, also wanting to off more people in the new Haunted Mansion.
Can I call you Ghost Babe? Can I call you Ghost Babe? Babe, no.
I mean, like I said, there's parts of that movie I don't even like. The new Haunted Mansion, because of the jump scares.
Yeah, they were good.
And like the look of the Hatbox Ghost when he's like in your face. No, thank you. No, thank you. I'm a little sis. I like the lights on when I be watching these movies.
True, can't watch them at
during
night.
the day.
I can't watch Ghost Adventures during the night.
Yeah, because this is what this man does. Okay, we're getting a little off topic because
It's Halloween, 'tis the season.
because Halloween. But so Gabriel
That's me.
loves TV on at night. I could leave it. I could leave TV not being on because I will watch it. Regardless of what's on, I will watch it. Gabe will put it on and he'll fall asleep in 5 minutes. 10 minutes max. And so, me, scaredy cat, Gabe knows I'm a scaredy cat, especially with paranormal, because again, I believe it exists. I believe
I'm not saying I don't.
there's a life after this, and some people are angry about it. I believe that. The world is crazy. And so he'll put Ghost Adventures on. And I don't know.
It's like once, maybe.
No. When you first liked Ghost Adventures, you did a lot.
Oh, right before I went to bed?
Yeah. Because you would be on like your little marathon thing.
Oh, I'd be like watching it for a while.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, did I really just like go to bed and turn on Ghost Adventures right before
And
bed?
the thing with Ghost Adventures, first off,
It's not even the
is
ghost
the
parties.
adventures that they're having aren't even adventurous. They're not even finding the crazy ghosts. They're not like
Yeah, that's one of those stick
nothing.
figures.
Like every like 5 episodes, one of them kind of gets possessed, and they have to say, "You are not welcome here in this body. You are not." And like Gabe really only likes it for the stick figures.
Oh, it's so
That's
funny.
literally the
I
main
love
reason
it.
why he watches it. So the little stick figures will pop
Look
up.
at the cam and you'll see the
And
stick
you'll be like,
figures.
oh, there's a ghost here because there's a stick figure. And that's like literally like the whole, you know, like when you get on the amusement ride, you wait fucking 40 minutes for that ride. And then the first like 10-second drop,
Sometimes
that's the
I don't
best
even do
part. That's him. But with Ghost Adventures, if you've ever watched it, the editing is out of control.
Yeah, their story parts of it are pretty insane.
They are out of control editing. They'll be like, oh yeah, this person murdered like 20 hookers in this hotel. And then next thing you know, the screen has got
They're playing out the
these
entire-
mutilated bodies that aren't real. They're not real.
Just actors.
They're not ghosts. They're just meant to move the story along. And they'll be like all mutilated and shit. And they'll be like head spinning around. And they'll be like, ah! Like that. And so imagine that. At 10 o'clock at night. And mind you, our bedroom is black. Like we painted the walls black. So it's dark. It is dark in that bedroom.
Yeah, no light coming through.
And Gabe, he's sleeping. So here I have, and the remote's on his side of the bed. We got a king size bed. The remote's on his side. The light's on his side. He's passed out. And I'm over here watching, again, these 20 hookers just looking all mutilated. And it'd be like the eerie sound, like it's the music. Like we have watched so many things, and we found kind of a method to the madness with scary movies. Like recently, it was with Sinners, which I know Sinners not a super scary movie, but it was considered horror-esque. Gabe will watch the movie with headphones in, because if you alleviate the sound of a scary movie, that instantly, in my opinion, makes it almost 50 to 75% less scary. Because it's the buildup, it's the anticipation. I already have real life anxiety. I don't need movie anxiety.
I don't need induced.
I don't need the suspense. Which is why I hate Scream. I hate those kind of movies, the slashers, because I know they're all gonna die, except for one. I know it. We all know it. But you don't know what order. You don't know when it's happening. It's too much. Can you hear me? Did they say there's like 3 pieces left?
Yeah, I'm gonna quick pause. I'm gonna check the candy supply. One kid might have gotten a little greedy.
Well, hurry up then before they leave. He's gonna be running and check it. Did someone steal the bowl?
No, someone took all the candy. That was like more than 100 pieces.
What's right there? That's right. Do like half and half. Trick or treat only started at 6:30, 7:15. Oh, Gizmo got off the bed. He heard the door. He ain't happy. I was gonna wait for a whole hour before we put more candy out, but good thing we heard that kid say there was only 3 pieces left. Luckily, I have little candy stashes all throughout the house, so therefore I can still have some candy even though most of the candy's gone. And then the best part of Halloween too is the candy's gonna go on sale. Did you use the rest of it or did you save a little?
No, I filled it with all. There's still this much left.
Oh, okay. Lit. That's so funny. It's been like 30 to 45 minutes.
There's no way. Some kid just went, "Ugh."
Yeah. I mean, we did hear a lot of kids, so maybe they all took like a huge handful. But yeah, so anyways, that's my little Gabriel putting scary shit on the TV and then falling asleep. And then leaving me to deal with the consequences of it. He also likes to do that with sad movies too, like Big Hero 6. He'll put Big Hero 6 on.
It's either the beginning of the movie's real sad, or the
Pass
end of the
out.
movie's real sad.
And we'll make it through the whole movie, and then again, the end, when it's really sad, falls asleep again. I'm just meant to go through these hard things alone. So that's why we don't watch Ghost Adventures when it's dark anymore. That I said no more unless I'm not around. Then he can do whatever he wants on his own time. But when it's group time, no scary stuff.
Years of experience. We've gone to every haunted.
So, but no, I think Halloween's great.
Yeah, Halloween is definitely a top tier holiday for me.
My favorite holidays.
I mean, there's not like a lot of holidays really to be like top 10. There's only like.
There's really only 4.
I mean, like big holidays, you know what I mean? But like, I think like I said, Halloween is fun. Like your entire it can be fun your entire life. It's fun from like the kids to watching Halloween movies to like go trick or treating to your costumes to school. You pass out the candy. Like I didn't even talk about that. Like. You know what I mean? Like you're just like, as a kid, you're having fun, and then you get to like high school, you're going to haunted mansions, you're getting like going to parties, and in college, you're doing the same thing. You're it maybe dies off a little bit when you're like in your 20s. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
you're not in college, but you're also like not.
I mean, at work, you know, you do Halloween stuff,
yeah.
or you're like with people, they go and do a Halloween party or something like that. But then at that point, you start having kids, and then you now on the other side of the trick or treating, you get to see your kids dress up, you get to do all that kind of stuff, and then you get older. Unless you're still super into Halloween, you always will have movies, and you get your grandkids, you're gonna be like hang out with them. You know what I mean? I think it's just like one of those things where like, and it keeps evolving, you know what I mean, with Halloween, and then they'll make Halloween for pop culture stuff, you know what I mean? Like Disney will have Halloween stuff, Marvel will have Halloween, you know what I mean? It's all part of it, and I think that's the really cool thing with Halloween is that like, again, it's a cycle, and you always can have fun with it, and it's always, people love it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I think there's something for it. It's one of those holidays where like 4th of July, you know what I mean? Like there's barbecue, there's the lake, there's the summer, you know what I mean? Like fireworks, that's it. Christmas, maybe a closer to Halloween. You can do Christmas. A lot of people can do Christmas different ways, but at the end of the day, it's like...
I would agree. I was like, Christmas is probably the closest like versatile holiday in terms of like just the amount of activities you can do.
Yeah, there's something about Christmas, you know what I mean? Like there isn't just like one thing. Thanksgiving, you know what I mean? Like Thanksgiving's like The food.
It's rooted in horrible things, but the idea to just eat and watch football is kind of nice.
And then, you know, I mean, seeing family when you want to, you know what I mean? And then seeing a bunch of people, it's always a great time to come together. Halloween isn't like that. Halloween's your unit or your friends.
Yeah, you're
and that's
usually
it.
not doing anything like
But
super
like
large
Thanksgiving,
group.
you know, it's one of the accumulations. You see a bunch of family and you eat and you watch sports and you just kick it. You know what I mean? But I think Halloween is like one of those, again, it's just so fun. And people, cool thing is like you can watch Halloween things, I think, throughout the year more.
Yeah,
you can
whenever
like
you want.
be Halloweeny, you know what I mean? The horror, the scary, the spooky, the gothic. You can kind of do it a little more year round than Christmas and the other ones.
I think you won't get as much hate for it because I think literally you're an adult, you could celebrate any holiday all year
True.
round, but you definitely will get more judgment, like especially the Christmas people who like literally come like October 1st our Christmas.
Yeah, if I saw someone in like April doing Christmas stuff, I'd be a lot more like,
he'd judge.
huh? But if I saw you doing Halloween stuff, I'd be like, you're kind of a little, maybe that's because I'm impartial, but I was like, you're a little spooky.
If he likes the holiday, you can do it year round. But if he's not a big fan of the holiday,
Well, I love Christmas too. Like
he might
Christmas
judge
is
you a little
fun.
bit.
Christmas is a good time. I love wearing my Santa hat, but I think
Yeah.
I'm a little more lenient to the spooky.
Yeah, I think like fall, it's cool because Halloween
It's true. Fall's
and
a real
fall
pretty time.
really just
It's
all
cold.
go
It's getting a little
together.
chillier. It's not as like us. We're in the tundra.
Yeah, I'm kind of nervous for next year. I go on a girls trip once a year every October, and we're going to go to the East Coast, which I'm very excited for because I heard the East Coast in fall is like absolutely beautiful, but it's cold. And like I said, Texas is 75 degrees. Actually, maybe 70 now.
I think it's still like, yeah, probably like really late at night.
And
It's still cold. Yeah.
so it's like that's really not that cold.
No, it's not when you're starting to touch the snow weather.
Yeah, when it's like 32.
When you're like, oh, hey, it might snow tonight. Excuse me? I might wake up to sleet?
Yeah, so like that's definitely, and that's always interesting too to see is like other people like
I think it'd be really cool to see
holidays in different locations.
see the culture, to see like I think the cool thing is like you're so far from like Texas and the Midwest that like the East Coast is a whole nother like world of the US. You know what I mean? So it'd be really cool to see what you see while you're out
the
there.
pictures, the foliage.
Yeah, you'll have fun. Then you won't be pregnant.
Nope, I will have. Let's see, May to October is how many months? 4,
It's like
6, 5.
October's 10, so 5.
So we'll have a 5-month-old.
It'll be
Almost. Well, yeah, really, because we're due the end of May.
5, 6.
Yeah. So crazy. They'll have a costume, but we won't be going trick or treating.
Yeah, well, dress them up in something, but that's it.
But
A little pumpkin.
yeah, I think that was a good choice. That was a good choice. A good conversation to bring us back, because we love dinner and discussions. But like I said, guys, I've literally been coming home at 5. Gabe's been feeding me dinner, and then I've been passing out until the next morning.
She sleeps a lot. She has slept longer than I've ever seen her sleep before, which is impressive, but just mildly concerning because she's sleeping a lot.
Yeah, I
But
take
she's-
a lot of naps on the weekends
But
too, which is
this
usually.
past week, she's getting her energy. It's starting to build up again, and she doesn't have caffeine in a long time. If she does, it's like 80.
Yeah, I have like
doses.
less than 100 milligrams of caffeine occasionally.
The approved amount. And so, yeah, but she's on her way back. So maybe we'll catch. So
Catch more
catch a
Ws.
second trimester us, and then once we get to the third trimester,
We'll be juggling
maybe a
whole
little
new
more of a
set.
hiatus again, and then the baby. We'll try it.
We're going to do our best, but we're also hoping to bring other content as well in addition to dinner and discussions. Like I said, I'm going to do the cookbook. So that'll be something. And then, of course, we're going to be talking about pregnancy journey in general as just 2 people in their upper 20s having children. Because I just want to document the journey in general because it's cool. It's been cool, really, the whole experience. Watching my body go through things, watching all the emotions play out, and like building things with Gabe. And so I think it's going to be a wild ride. We're just not promising consistency, unfortunately. So like and subscribe to the channel. Maybe turn them notifications on so you at least get notified when we're dropping videos. But that's probably the best way to stay up to date with our things. And yeah, I hope you all have a good, safe night.
Happy Halloween.
Bye.